Hi guys, welcome back to Kids Grills. Sun's shining, life is good, do you know what I mean? Today we're going to be doing some shredded beef tacos. What we got here is a nice piece of beef, but I actually bought this from LFB Meats as a steak ends, okay? So it's basically the end of a sirloin, big chunk of steak, I guess, do you know what I mean? Where they normally just cut steaks off of it. A steak strip, as our American cousins would call it. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get this marinated up today. We are going to be using a barbosa, I can't fucking pronounce it. Barbosa. I'm going to go with barbosa, all right? I'm going to be using a barbosa marinade, which comes from Pit Pro Limited. It's very nice, used it before. We're going to be using the old sriracha as a binder. Now, I know we did it with a chicken with that sriracha and it burnt up a little bit, but because we're going to be smoking this thing first, then we're going to put it into a Dutch oven and almost stew it, if you like, so we can get it nice and shredded up. I think it's going to be absolutely fine. It's just might add us another little flavour profile. So, first things first, guys. Let's get the binder on this little lot here, shall we? So it ain't rocket fucking science, we're just going to smother it. It's only going to make it easier for the seasoning to stick. And then this bad boy is going in the fridge all night. I ain't going to touch this till tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I know it's not a big piece of meat, hopefully tomorrow evening we should have a lovely piece of meat ready, a lovely marinated piece of meat I should say, ready to rock and roll. Let's see what we can get in here. All right. And let's just give it a nice little sprinkle. Get a nice coating. So she's going to be sitting all night. And there we have it, guys. Very, very straightforward. That is done. She's going to get wrapped up. She's going to get stuck in the fridge. And I shall see you some point tomorrow when we get to turn this bad boy into some shredded beef tacos. Hi guys, welcome back. As you can see, this bad boy has been marinating all night and it's taken on the colour of that seasoning. Lovely, she looks pretty. Next stage, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to stick this in the Traeger at about 220. It's got a super smoke setting, and all I'm going to try and do is just infuse as much smoke into this as I can. Only going to be for about an hour. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take it out, we're going to put her into a Dutch oven, we're going to make up a stock, bit of garlic, bit of onion, you know what I mean, maybe a bit of salt and pepper, and then we're going to put this into the Dutch oven. She's going back in, and then probably going to cook for about 3 hours until she's shreddable. So, first things first, let's get this bad boy in, so I'm going to bring you over. Now, as I've said to you before, guys, I like to get that first burst of smoke when this thing turns on, so I don't even wait for the Traeger to get to temperature, because, you know, we're not limited on time with this, so, I mean, it can take as long as it wants, as far as I'm concerned, as long as I can have a beer today, because the sun's shining. Anyway, all we're going to do, very simple, stick that straight in the middle there, close that down, turn this on, whack it to 220, hit ignite, super smoke on, fucking happy days. I'll see you guys in an hour. Don't ask me how I've done that, but I forgot to put the fucking mics on again, do you know what I mean? Anyway, in here we have got 475 mils of beef stock, we have got 3 cloves of garlic, we've got a cup of orange juice, we have got one white onion, 1 red onion, we have got 1 red pepper, 1 green pepper. That is the stock done. Right, we are at the hour mark. Let's have a butcher's. Well, she's certainly taking the smoke on. Happy days. Right, next stage, let's get this thing out. Let's get it in that Dutch oven, shall we? Right, guys, it ain't rocket science. All we're going to simply do is pick this bad boy up and drop it straight in there. A nice bit of the old juices all over it. Give it a little roll around. Who don't love a roll around? All right. I heard this joke the other day. What has a Rubik's Cube and a penis got in common? The longer you play with it, the harder it gets. I'm like a fucking little schoolboy, I am. Right, anyway, that's that. Lid's going on. That bad boy's going straight back in the Traeger. I'll probably see you in about 3 hours. Right, guys, we are at the 3.5 hour mark. It's time to have a butcher's. Blow the old dust off. That's the trouble with these Traegers. All that shit that you see there is all of those pellets. Oh, at the bottom line is all those pellets turning into smoke. They produce this dust. Let me get something on, because that's going to be fucking hot. Let's have a little look, shall we? Oh, fuck me, Jenny, look at that. That oh, it's fallen. It's even fallen apart inside. Oh, look, there you go. On a serious note, look, can you see that? Can you see that? Look, I'm not even having to put any pressure on that. That is fucking stunning. Look at that. Oh, mate, even that little bit there, look. See that? I'm not even, look, I'm just squeezing it. I think it's safe to say that that is ready. We're going to turn these bad boys into some pulled beef or shredded beef tacos. Right, next step, we need to get this bad boy out. We need a shredder. Won't even hold together for me to pick it out. Look at that. Let's bring her out, put her into this. Lovely. We'll leave all that juice in there, guys, because once we've shredded it, it is going back in there. Don't waste any of it. See what else we got in there. There's another bit there, look. Fucking hell. Slippery sucker's trying to slip away from us, isn't it? Oh, look, it's just broken up. I promise you guys, it's going to be fucking amazing. Little bit there. Right, that is us. Let's bring this out and let's move you guys over, shall we?
Right, so here we are with Grills and Frills. Look at that absolutely lovely cow. I've had her on the old fucking Traeger, cooking away. Thank God, Andy down the pub with me earlier. Fucking forgot about it. So I've got his app, turned it down by 20 degrees and fucking saved his bacon. Fucking love it. Grills and Frills. You saw it here first.
Get the fuck out of here. Right, guys. That was no frills grills. Let's get this bit of string out of here. Yes, and he is right. We have been down the pub. All right. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay. It's fucking. The wives are out. You know what I mean? The boys are here. And we are doing some shredded beef. I'll tell you what I'm going to bring you right over so you can get a good old look at that. Let's have a proper butcher's. There you go. Now you can see that clear as day. Look. Now watch this. I'll take a fork and use the back of the fork. Look at that. I mean, seriously, guys. Look at that. I mean, come on. I mean, seriously, look. I've put these fucking gloves on. Look, I've got my old bloody thermals on underneath here. I'm all rubbered up. You know what I mean? But don't even need it. Don't even need to put my hands in there. Back of the fork, bosh. Okay, so next stage. Once I've shredded this little lot up, I'm going to put it back in that gravy. All right? I'm actually going to put it back in that gravy for about another 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to whack the temperature up. Only reason I'm going to do that is I'm trying to reduce some of that gravy down a little bit. All right? Look at that. Do you know what? I'm going to have a little try. I've got to have a little try. Oh, fucking handsome. That is handsome. Oh, it's beautiful. That is tender. Right. Here we go. I mean, fuck me. You can't be upset. Literally looking beautiful. Look at that. I don't even have to use my hand. I normally have to use my hand on a Thursday. The wife's out. Let's bring you back over because this little lot's going back in the gravy. All right. Right, guys, are you ready? All I'm going to do, as you can see, there's all that flavour in there. You've got the peppers, you've got the onions, you've got the gravy. I'm going to pop this back in. I'm going to leave the lid off at this point. It's entirely up to you. You don't have to do it. Work whatever way you want to work. But all I want to do is just to get some of this to soak all of that up, because now that we've shredded it, we've got a lot more surface area. And when surface area, what that means is it means that we can get a lot more flavour. So the flavour profile is actually going to increase on this shredded beef. And then, next stage, guys, we're going to start making ourselves up some tacos. Look at that. That is going to be tasty. So lid's going off. I reckon I'm going to give that another 20 minutes. And we are ready to rock and roll before we start to build. Right, guys, it's time. This bad boy's coming out of here. I'm getting hungry. That is going on there. Look at that. Let's turn this off. Happy days. Oh, that looks handsome. There you have it, guys. Look at that. Oh, I tell you something, guys, if you could smell that, that is fucking handsome. All we're going to very simply do, I'm going to go and heat up one of these flour tortillas, 2 secs. There you have it. Let's move this out of the way so you can get a better view. Okie dokie. Very simple, guys. Ain't rocket science. We've got sour cream. over here. And then in there, a little bit of coriander. And that is literally all I'm gonna put into it. If you wanted to put a salsa in there, you could do whatever you fucking want. Do you know what I mean? But all I'm gonna do is just pick up some of this beautiful, I mean, seriously guys, all the way in. You can add what you want, do what you want with it, but I tell you, there's enough flavors in there. All I'm gonna need is a little bit of sour cream on there. And then just a little garnish of coriander. That's all it needs. You don't need any more. Then we're literally just gonna roll this fucker up. I'm gonna go over there like that. And I go over there like that. Are you ready for the taste test, guys? Oh, that is literally magic. Oh God, fucking hell. That beef is so tender. You can dip your tortillas in there and then stick them on the old pit boss griddle if you want. It just becomes even messier. Personally, this is good enough for me. It's so juicy, it's so tasty. Oh, fucking hell. I promise you, if anyone put that in front of you, you wouldn't be upset. Now remember, don't forget to push all the fucking buttons and I'll see you next time.